to Vincent. And he twisted an ankle, perhaps. He did, the left one. Let's watch it again on that baseline.
He tried to.
Jayson Tatum's story has always felt like destiny. From the moment he stepped onto an NBA floor in 2017, there was an aura about him, the calm confidence, the smooth scoring ability, the footwork of a veteran wrapped in the body of a 19-year-old. He wasn't just another lottery pick. He was the chosen one for Boston, the next great Celtic, the bridge from the legends of the past to the banners of the future. Every season, he seemed to grow. The numbers climbed, the accolades piled up, the playoff moments kept coming. He buried LeBron with stepbacks, dropped 50 on the Nets, carried Boston to finals appearances. To the city, to the fans, to the league, Jayson Tatum wasn't just a star. He was supposed to be the next great champion in green, but as with all stars, there's a side of the story that isn't told in the highlight reels. A side filled with ice baths, long nights of pain, and a growing list of injuries. For years, Tatum played through it all: ankle sprains, knee soreness, shoulder stingers, back tightness. He wore the pain like armor, hiding it from fans, masking it with his calm demeanor. But the truth is, every sprain, every fall, every tweak was leaving its mark. His body was slowly carrying more miles than his age suggested, and then, May 2025. Game 4 of the Eastern Conference semifinals against the Knicks. Boston was battling to keep its title hopes alive. Tatum drove hard, planted his left foot, and in a moment that felt like slow motion, he collapsed to the floor. He reached for his Achilles, and the Garden went silent. You could almost hear the collective gasp of Celtics Nation. This wasn't a rolled ankle or a sore knee. This was the injury players fear most. The Achilles tear. The Achilles tendon is the lifeline of an athlete's explosiveness. It's the bridge between the calf and the foot, the source of jumping, sprinting, cutting, all the things that make a player dangerous. When it snaps, it doesn't just end a season. It changes careers. History has shown us both sides of the story. Kevin Durant tore his Achilles and came back still lethal, still a superstar. Klay Thompson, after back-to-back devastating injuries, returned and helped the Warriors win again. But for every Durant or Klay, there are players who never recovered, who lost their burst, their quickness, their ability to dominate. So the question now looms over Boston: which side of history will Jayson Tatum fall on? The Celtics have tried to remain optimistic. His surgery was successful. Reports say his rehab is going well. By the summer, he had already shed the walking boot, showing progress. Tatum himself looks determined, the same calm but confident figure, ready to attack the recovery process with the same hunger he attacks defenses. And at just 27 years old, time is still on his side, but optimism doesn't erase reality. Achilles injuries don't heal with willpower alone. They take time, 9 months, a year, sometimes longer. And even after the body recovers, the mind has to follow. Trusting the leg again. Pushing off without fear. Believing that the explosion, the first step, the leap will be there. Many players struggle not because their bodies fail, but because hesitation lingers. And then there's the bigger issue. Tatum's Achilles tear isn't happening in isolation. It comes after years of smaller but accumulating injuries, rolled ankles, knee flare-ups, shoulder pain. When you put the puzzle together, it paints a picture of a body that has been through battles, a body that may not be able to withstand another decade of carrying the load of a franchise. Boston has always leaned heavily on Tatum. He plays long minutes, he takes the biggest shots, he guards the toughest wings. That kind of burden wears even on the strongest. And now, with this injury, the Celtics will have to ask themselves, can he still be the foundation for the future, or do they need to change the way they build their team? But maybe this is where the story shifts. Maybe this injury doesn't mark the decline, it marks the evolution. Because the great ones always adapt. Kobe Bryant changed his game when his body betrayed him. He leaned more on footwork, post moves, precision. LeBron James has reinvented himself countless times, relying more on intelligence and passing than just sheer explosiveness. Tatum has the tools to do the same. His jump shot, his footwork, his mid-range game, they can all keep him elite even if the bounce isn't quite the same, and perhaps, this is the challenge that will define him. Maybe it won't be the scoring explosions or the flashy highlights that cement his place in history. Maybe it will be the fight to come back, to rebuild, to prove that even a torn Achilles can't stop him, because legacies in Boston are built on resilience. Bill Russell dominated not because he was the flashiest, but because he was relentless. Larry Bird fought through a broken body to give his city everything. Paul Pierce took countless hits but kept coming back. Now, it's Tatum's turn. His legacy won't just be about what he did when he was healthy, it will be about how he responds when his career is tested in its darkest hour. The Celtics' future is tied to that response. With Tatum healthy, they are championship contenders. Without him, the window slams shut. That's the pressure he carries. That's the weight of being a franchise player in a city that lives and breathes basketball, and so, the question remains, will Jayson Tatum rise again, stronger, smarter, more dangerous than ever? Or will this Achilles injury be the turning point, the beginning of a slow decline, the moment fans look back on and say, that's when it all changed? The answer is still being written. But one thing is certain, this isn't just another injury story. This is the defining chapter of Jayson Tatum's career. His fight back from this Achilles tear will determine not only his legacy, but the future of the Boston Celtics themselves. For now, all we can do is wait, watch, and wonder, when Jayson Tatum finally steps back onto that court, will we see the same superstar who once carried Boston's dreams, or a new version, forged in pain, determined to prove that no injury can destroy greatness?